Ladies and gents, welcome back to the channel. I am Seifian FM. Today we have a tactic from someone everyone who plays FM should really know about. His name is Zealand. He's an American FM creator, probably one of the top FM creators around on YouTube these days. And obviously he creates his own tactics. He has posted this one to the Steam Workshop, which is where I found it. So it is from Zealand himself, as far as I can tell, but it is Zealand's 442. Unfortunately, it doesn't say very much on the page itself. There's no description. There's not even a thumbnail or anything. There's only 4 comments and really nothing to it, which I definitely find disappointing in an FM creator posting content to the Steam Workshop publicly that others can download and you don't say a single thing about it. I mean, I guess maybe you're trying to get it through your YouTube videos, but then post your YouTube video. And now I have nothing against Zealand. I mean, he is making a fantastic name for Americans in football and in Football Manager, but do a little bit more work. I know Dr. Benji did the same thing. I tested a tactic of his a while ago. Just put some content on the Steam Workshop if you're going to post it to the Steam Workshop. That's all I say. And if it's a YouTube video, it's a YouTube video. Perfect. I don't care. There's something there at least. But this is Zealand's 442. So with the tactic itself, it starts out with a goalkeeper in defend, fullback in the left and defend, wingback on the right in support, central defender in cover on the left, and a central defender in defend on the right, winger on the left in support, inverted winger in attack on the right, a CM in support on the left, a deep lying playmaker in support on the right in the midfield, an advanced forward in attack on the left, and a complete forward in attack up front on the right. Whew, he just had to make this really difficult, didn't he? Mentality is positive. In possession, attacking width is wide. Approach play is pass into space. Play out of defense. Passing directness is slightly shorter. Tempo is slightly higher. Mixed crosses in the final third. Hit early crosses. Okay, that's interesting. In transition, when possession we want counter, and then distribute quickly, and then out of possession. High press line of engagement, a higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, get stuck in, and as always, pause it where you want to see it because I tend to go through these really fast. But how did it do for our 3 teams of Tottenham, Newcastle, and Wolves? Well, Tottenham got 68 in 4th place, not too bad. Newcastle in 13th with 48, and then Wolves relegated in 18th place with 36 points. Not the greatest. Overall, though, Tottenham a little bit higher than average. Newcastle definitely below average. Wolves definitely below average. So I wouldn't say it worked all that well, sadly. Now, just remember, this is a flat sim here. I am not taking control of anything. I'm not doing any transfers. I'm not doing any shouts on the sideline. I'm not doing any training. It is all done by the coaches and the computers. So it's clearly going to be different if you take control of this yourself and see how it works. Schedule-wise for Tottenham, though, not too bad. I mean, you do have a lot of Reds. You do have a lot more games, though, in the Champions League and all that. Champions League, you're doing okay, but Carabao Cup, 3rd round against Exeter. Wow. So out in the Carabao Cup quarterfinals, 1-1 in penalties against Arsenal. FA Cup, Champions League, you're continuing on until Manchester City, it looks like. You get to the semis, but 3-3 at home and then 0-5 away from home. You're crushed. I'm actually surprised. 6-1 at home against Barcelona. That's a fantastic result. But FA Cup, 5th round right there, 2-5 against Liverpool. Newcastle, definitely going to be a lot spottier. A fantastic August, though. But then you look at October, and wow, that just hurts. But you're continuing on until the FA Cup 4th round, 0-2 against Liverpool. And then the next match, Leicester 0-3 away from home in the Carabao Cup semi-final 2nd leg after a 1-0 win at home. I mean, not a bad run until April. And then from that point on, that 1-3 to get Manchester United. And you're just gone. Wolves, I'm not expecting much. I'm actually surprised they got through the 1st round of the Carabao Cup, or the 2nd round, I should say. But Carabao Cup 3rd round is where they lose out 1-2 against Fulham. FA Cup, you continue on to the quarterfinals, so that's not too bad. Well, 1-6 against Liverpool. Ouch. Not a bad run here. At least you're picking up some points, but overall, dreadful. Tottenham transfers. Hugo Lloris goes out to El Sad for 4.3. Nothing really else. David Stutchers, 14.25 to Fiorentina. You do pick up Milenkovic from Fiorentina for 43.5. Wow, that's a trade. Semedo from Benfica, Rodrigo de Paul from Atletico, and then Shaqiri from Trabzonspor. Newcastle getting 2.3 million for Diallo, and that is really it in the outs. On the ins, though, Marc Aurel Caillard from Metz for 375k. Bastida, Donny van de Beek, and Liam Morrison from Bayern 2. So only 1.3 million. That's the highest they've gotten in January. Wolves not really getting rid of anyone with too much. 700K for Lembikisa, though. That's actually pretty cheap from what I've seen before. But Thiago Santos coming in from Estoril Praia for 2.2. So what does that do for our squads? Well, appearance-wise, you can see Bissouma, Kane, and Son are in there. 34 whopping goals for Harry Kane, all the way down to 18, though, for Son, and Richarlison was 17. So, I mean, it's still higher than average for them, but, I mean, that's quite a drop. Assist-wise, 11s for Son, Kulusevski, Kane, and DePaul with 10. Not a lot of greens for average rating, 7.42 for Kane, though. That is where he should be. He is not there often enough, even though he's getting the goals, but he's doing it this time. Pope, Wilson, and Botman for Newcastle's appearance. Goals-wise, 33 for Callum Wilson. Callum Wilson is really picking it up lately in these tactics. Alexander Isak with 32, all the way down to 10 for St. Maximin. So at least we'll have probably 2 in the Premier League charts. 15 assists for St. Maximin, Almiron and Guimaraes with 9 apiece. And then average rating 7.54 for Isak. I mean, the dude's a beast. Wolves, Jose Sa, Collins, and Kilman all in the appearances. Goals, 20 for Kalajic. Cunha with 10, and then Jimenez with 8, so really dropping down. But again, what is it, 36 points? Relegated? Not too great. Neto, Sarabi, and Cunha up there in the assists, and average rating only the 2. Actually, only the 1, Kalajic. Geddes is on loan. Data Hub, you can definitely tell the differences in squads, but generally, for the most part, they're all 3 are kind of the same. Generally okay defensively. The other 2 are not great defensively whatsoever. Good in attack. Attacking-wise on the other 2 are okay-ish. But you can see some attacking numbers. I mean, overall, not too bad. You got some missing, but most of them are over the Premier League average, which is nice to see. And if we look at Newcastle, you can see actually a little bit more with a peak here and there that are under the Premier League average. Some missing spots here. And then if we look at Wolves, plenty of problems defensively, generally competent in attack. Yeah, they don't even get to a lot of the Premier League averages. And then, yeah, the general performance has shrunk drastically. As we would expect, you can see a lot of attacking side to this. Most goals, Liverpool with 87, nice. Newcastle and Tottenham, though, 73 apiece. Fewest shots against, nobody. Possession, nobody. I mean, you do have fewest conceded, so some goalkeeping work. But overall, I mean, most tackles won Newcastle. They don't have a lot in here. Most shots for Newcastle and Tottenham, as you would expect. And this is what we want to see. Isak, Wilson, and Kane all up there in the top goal-scoring charts. Salah up there in 12 assists. Nice. 11 for St. Maximin. But again, this is 12s and 11 is probably higher than general, but 10 and below are kind of the high side of average that we see in every tactic talk. Most player of the match awards, Kane and Isak with 7. Again, on the top side of average. You do get some other stats here and there, but really not a lot. Trippier with 133 key passes. Fantastic job. Sarabi's not in there, though, unfortunately. Most shots, Isak and Wilson. Overall, I mean, definitely didn't work fully for these 3 teams. Tottenham, we've definitely seen better tactics. 68 points is good, but not great for them. They've won the league in a couple, at least come in second and third and even more. So it's kind of disappointing to see how only 68 points. But, you know, that's how these things work, especially in a sim where I'm not controlling anything. Like I said, you probably could do a lot better if you could take control of these teams yourself. Sorry, Zealand, this one just didn't work out. But that is it for me, Sefian FM, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.